Welcome to this week's Torah lesson. This week's Torah portion is Parsha Shemini. The question of the week is, how can we merit the greatest blessings? So in this week's Torah portion, Parsha Shemini, we finally come to the completion of the temple, the 7 days of dedication, and finally it was the 8th day, and they finally put together the whole temple, but now the main thing is missing. They need Hashem to reveal themselves. And they're waiting, and sure enough, Moshe Rabbeinu prays to Hashem, and Hashem reveals himself. Hashem reveals himself, the Shekhinah comes down into the Mesa Mikdash, and everybody's extremely happy. So a huge thing happened by Yom HaShemini. Besides the fact they put up the temple, the most important thing that happened was that Hashem revealed himself. And the Rebbe asked, what was it that caused Hashem to reveal himself? And the Rebbe explains what caused Hashem to reveal himself was by Yom HaShemini. Shemini means literally 8. So what is Shemini? The Rebbe explains as follows. There's 7 days of the week. 7 days of the week resembles nature. Shemini is above nature. What does that mean practically? That means nature means you do things in your comfort zone. This is what I'm comfortable doing. This is who I am. Shemini is when you're willing to go out of your comfort zone. When you're willing to go out of your comfort zone, then you get tremendous blessings out of Hashem's comfort zone as well. And Rebbe explains who was the one that was able to bring that down into a real life. Moshe Rabbeinu. Why? Because who was Moshe Rabbeinu? So we're learning this week in Pirkei Avot, it says Moshe kibel Torah miSinai. Moshe received the Torah from Sinai. The Rebbe asked, Moshe Rabbeinu received the Torah from Sinai? He received it from Hashem. What do you mean he received it from Sinai? He wasn't sitting in Sinai. But the Rebbe explains that what does it mean he received it from Sinai? Moshe kibel Torah. He received the Torah from who? From Hashem. The question is, why was Moshe Rabbeinu zoiche? How did he merit to receive the Torah from Hashem? And the answer is miSinai. Because we know in the mountains, Sinai was a mountain, but it was a low mountain. That means Moshe Rabbeinu was humble. And because he was humble, that's why he merited to receive the Torah from Hashem. So Moshe kibel Torah from Hashem. Why did he merit it? Because he was humbled. And everything you see even deeper, Moshe Rabbeinu's name is made up of 3 letters. Mem, Shin, Hey. Mem stands for Moshe Rabbeinu. Shin stands for Shammai, who is one of the leading teachers in the Mishnah, who is very, very strict. And from, so to speak, from the left side. And Hey stands for Hillel, who is very, very kind, full of chesed, on the right side. In Moshe Rabbeinu, he was able to be balanced, Tiferes. He was able to have within him, Shammai, know when to be strict and to be disciplined and when to draw things down into reality. But he was also knew when to have the Hey, the chesed, of going above and beyond, the going out of your comfort zone. So Moshe Rabbeinu was the perfect mix of balance, right and left all together. How did he have that? By his humility. And that's what caused the greatest blessings to come down by Yom HaShemini through Moshe Rabbeinu, as Moshe Rabbeinu resembled someone that was living in reality, but he was able to go out of his comfort zone when needed. So to answer the question, how can we merit to receive the greatest blessings? By doing what we're supposed to, but every once in a while when we need to go out of our comfort zone, to be more kind and generous and gentle and loving and caring, we will merit the greatest blessings of Hashem. Thanks so much for joining us for our weekly Torah lesson. This week's Torah lesson is dedicated to the memory of Baruch ben Aryeh Leib, Shlomo ben Yosef, and Rachel bas Lipa. May their souls be elevated by the Torah we are studying in their memory. Thanks again for joining us. Shavua Tov, and have a great week.